What's good, y'all? It's the one and only Brotherhood Healing. And today's message is stop judging yourself too hard. Stop judging yourself too hard. Just do what it is that you need to do and post it. Like I said, I really didn't get this realization until it slapped me in the face. Because I feel as though God, the universe, whatever you want to believe in, coincidence, probability, I don't care. Like I said, I feel as though life works in funny ways and it works through people. So like I said, I was at my job today and my boss, me and my boss were talking. He was outside smoking a cigarette. I don't smoke often, but like I said, just outside smoking, talking. And he was pretty much saying yeah. So like I said, I was talking about my job because I just came from a job where I just got a simple adjustment. And my dispatcher was talking about what did you say as soon as you left here? And I was just like, shit, I said a lot. I ain't gonna tell you that though. And then she was just like, no, what did you say before you left? And she was just like, you said, what did you say about your job? I was like, oh, I was gonna get a simple adjustment. And what did you get? A simple adjustment? And she said, should have said that you were gonna get a faucet replacement and da 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 da. I'm just like, yeah. I get what you're saying. I do. I really do. But I knew it wasn't much wrong if the shit wasn't leaking. And so, like I said, outside with my boss after getting chewed out by her, my boss was talking about like you said, if you want to keep us off your back, you know what I'm saying? You need to just stop judging things for yourself. Just stop saying what it is and then just give it out anyways. And then I thought to myself, just like doing this, like the content creation. And there'd be a lot of times, like I have plenty of videos that I make and I create, but I never post them. Why? Because I critique myself too hardly. Like I said, I over critique. I'll be like, yeah, I mean, I could post this video, but it doesn't really feel that good. And I don't think it sounds right. And then it's this and then it's that. And like I said, sometimes you're judging your own self before you can let others get a perception. And sometimes that can be an issue because you'll critique yourself to death. You have to just say, fuck it, post it, and then let others determine what it is for you. Like, oh, like your camera quality is weird. You need to change that. Or you should really get this and da-da-da-da-da. And not to say you should listen to every single piece of advice that you get, because I think if anyone listened to a piece of advice, piece of advice that they got, they would be nowhere. Take the advice from people that are actually in a position that you are trying to get in. And so, not to say that my boss has a position I'm trying to get in. I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to do plumbing or none of that shit for the rest of my life. I said, my main goal is to just be and fuck it, post with y'all. Like I said, because this is how I do. You know what I mean? Like I said, most people come up to me all the time and ask like, oh my gosh, like you're so peaceful and this and that and the third. And like I said, I don't know. I have an understanding that we all going through shit. We're all complex beings. And just because someone else having a bad day don't mean I should too. Or just because someone else faking the funk, that doesn't mean I need to do the same shit as well. And like I said, it's really about being a chameleon, being able to change colors and adapt to your environment. Like, understand where the fuck you are, understand how shit operates wherever the fuck you are, adapt accordingly. And if you're unable to adapt, move to a place that's more adaptable. That's the easiest way to do it. You don't have to stick somewhere. Like I said, sometimes we'll feel powerless in a situation like, oh, I just can't do this and I just can't do that. But you have to reach a point of like not giving a fuck, or like I said, and see another thing. That's my mindset. My mindset is always about life is so risky that you don't get out alive. So what is the risk in going harder on something? Like I said, one day you are going to pass away. So you could pass away not doing the shit that you wanted to do, or pass away doing the shit that you wanted to do and realizing that it didn't work. Like you said, you did it and you tried it, didn't work. Move on to the next thing. That's the key. And so, yeah, like I said, sometimes we're meant to do certain things and some things we weren't meant to do. We're not meant to do every fucking thing. And that's what, like with content creators, like most people who create content or on certain subjects or topics, most people think that they're experts just because they have a big platform. Like, just because they have a big platform does not make them an expert. A lot of times they just got lucky within the algorithm, and people were fucking with how they looked, how they talked, how they sounded, and just got viral based off of that. Sometimes that can literally be it. People just loved how they sounded, loved how they spoke, how they articulated, how they were able to get a certain point across, and that's it. Not that they were, oh, you're very knowledgeable in this and da-da-da-da-da. And like I said, it's not that hard to be knowledgeable in something in this day and age, because we now have a beautiful thing called technology. This is a phone that I'm recording on. There's a lot of information on this phone that I can grab, I can jot down, I can memorize, summarize, post it, make it seem like I'm knowledgeable on it. But in all actuality, like I said, I'm just faking a script or just writing off some shit. So, yeah, like I said, sometimes I feel as though we have to stop, be aware, and actually fact check things. Like, I feel as though a lot of times people are taking things for face value instead of doing the necessary research like they're supposed to, and be like, okay, well, yeah, like I said, you're this, you're that, but it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, we are all complex beings. No one is built the same. We all are different in some type of aspect. Like, we are all anomalies. If you want to be real, every single body that you meet is an anomaly. There's something that somebody you would deem lesser than you is good at or better at than you. And like I said, if you were to ever find out what it is, you would be like, ain't no way, because there's no way this dumb motherfucker knows how to do X, Y, and Z and da 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 da. Like I said, it's just because he's supposed to be good at it. Like I said, he's good at it. He can do what he do, but you can't. And like I said, there's always gonna be things that you're envious, or envy isn't a good word. I should say you're impressed with people of, like, their ability to talk, their ability to do this, their ability to do that. Like, there's something that impresses you about everybody. Sometimes you may not like the person, but you can admire the fact that they're able to do this, or they're able to see this, or they're able to have this, or they're able to move in this direction. Like, they're impressed with how you can talk. That's really all that there is to it. And yeah, like I said, sometimes we are built for what we can handle, and that is it. And if you like what I've been talking, like, comment, subscribe, all that. And I'll see y'all in the next video.